Hello guys, it's me Marja. Today we're gonna make a game in Scratch. So this game is the ping pong game. It is a really fun game and it is like a very simple game to make, but really fun. Let's get coding. Click the create option and it should start loading like this. After loading you'll see something like this and we could just delete this sprite one. Sorry cat. First we'll get ready with the backdrop. And for that, we could go to patterns, space patterns, or we could also go to fantasy. In space, the neon town is good, but in fantasy, no, not all these castles, no. Space, yeah, let's choose the neon town, is the best by now. Okay, we could delete the blank backdrop. Let's get a new sprite for the player, or we could say it's a player. So for that we could type it as paddle and we'll see the sprite pad is like in green color. And we could go ahead and choose a ball. This ball is good. If you go to the costumes of the ball, you will see many costumes and I want to select two colors or one color, blue or green. For now let's do blue because green like mixes with the paddle even because even the paddle is green. It doesn't sink. So let's do blue. Let's delete all others. So we could start coding. We could go to the paddle sprite and we could get the when flag clicked because it's almost starting off every scratch project. So we could focus on the placement, we could just drag the paddle, y matters and the x doesn't matter as we're gonna keep changing it like while playing. After placing the paddle wherever we want, we could go ahead and get the block from the motion. Is the fifth block. Go to X and Y. We could change the X to 0 for centered. And we shouldn't change the Y. Oops, we didn't change the title. Let's name it Ping Pong. Let's get the forever block. And we need to get a change X by block. And let's get a subtraction block. Let's get the key space press block. And we could change it to right arrow. And on the right side we need to keep it to left arrow. So yeah, it's based like opposite. So many scratchers always get confused with this, but not all. Okay, let's test it out. Why is it moving so slow? And we also need to add the WASD controls. Basically it's just like A and D, we don't need W and S. Let's get a multiplication block to speed it up. Let's take this out. Whoa, why is the parrot running away? Oh, anyways, yeah, it's because we took the block away. And if we test it out now, after adding the multiplication block, hmm, yeah, works way better. But I still think that it's kind of slow, so we could just increase the number however we want. Let's test it out 8. Hmm, even it's kind of slow, still I feel like that. Let's directly keep it to 10. Hmm. Okay. Now it's good. It's like way better. Okay, now let's work on the double ASD controls, basically A and D controls. For that, we need to use a R block and we just need to repeat the process. Okay, let's zoom it out for a better view and to place it perfectly inside the block. Okay, way better. Save now, which we can't forget, and to test it out. Okay, let's test it out with all four keys. Right and left, A and D. Okay, now it's good. We could go back to the coding. Let's go to the coding of the ball, which is also very simple. Okay, let's start off with when green flag is clicked. And for the placement, let's do 0 0 to keep it in the middle. Okay, let's get a forever. And then our rotate block. We could do anyway, right side or left side. For now, I'll do right side. And a pick randomly block from the operators. There for the values, we could keep 0 to 0 to 90. Why 0, 0.0, not only 0? Well, you need to find out. Okay, now it comes like more random. It's going far into decimals. Oops, I just told the reason why I kept 0 0.0. We could just route by clicking the block or clicking the ring flag if we kept it in. And if we go ahead and get the move 10 steps block and test it out now, you'll see something very irritating. It's not lagging, it's the problem of our code. We kept the 10 block inside the forever. We need to get it out of the forever and keep it under the one green flag is clicked block. If we test it out, it should work very fine. Will it bounce? Oh, no, it's not bouncing. Let me test it out again. It is still not bouncing. Wait. Hmm. It is still not bouncing. Yeah, it won't because we didn't add the if on edge bounce block. Of course it won't bounce. Let's add it quickly inside the forever. Let's test it out after saving it now. We can't forget to save it now, guys. Okay? Let's try to bounce it back with our paddle. Huh? Why isn't it not working? Let me test it out again. Well, it won't because the paddle is not the edge. So we could go quickly and add detection. For that, we need a if block, a touching block, and inside the if, we need to add a turn left side or right side 180 degrees. For now, I'll take left side. Let's change it to 180. Let's test it out. Can't forget to save now. It's working very well, guys. I feel like we're predicting how it bounced from the paddle. So let's do a pick randomly block in it. Let's do the values from like 150 to 200. Yeah, 200 is a good point. Okay, can't forget to save now. And let's test it out. To make it harder, let's add a speed changing facility in this game. First delete the variable of my variable and make a new variable named speed and make sure it's for this sprite only. Let's hide the variable and let's set speed to 10 outside the forever or before this forever. It should be to 10 and instead of move 10 steps, let's add move speed steps. And if we test it out, it should work just fine. Okay, let's start working on changing the speed now. For that, get another one flag click and forever, or we could just duplicate the previous one. And also make sure you're in the ball sprite. Clean up blocks. Inside the new forever, change speed by 1. And also wait 1 second before the change speed by 1 block. And another wait 1 second before the forever. And instead of 1, let's do 5. So now we can't forget to do that, guys. Right now we can't lose. So let's make a new sprite. Let's name it out detector. And it's basically like a red rectangle like down the screen but still visible. Done. So we could just go to the code when green flag clicked like always and go to X and Y just 0 to 0. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. It is working fine. Like it is visible and it's just down the screen. Okay, let's see with full screen. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, what just happened? I thought the game will be over. Oh yeah, we still didn't add the code for the detection and the stop. Okay, now let's work on the detection. For that, a forever and a if, a touching detection, and then for now, let's add a stop all block which is found in the controls. Remember, just for now, we're gonna change it later or we're gonna add an extra block. And I feel like 1 second is too fast in changing of the time. It just bothers me. Let's keep it to something like 3. Yeah, 3 is a good point. Let's test it out. Okay. Hmm. It's gonna take forever. Like, click the green flag second time. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Wait. I think it's starting to get fast. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, it's actually starting. For every 3 seconds, it will start to get fast. Oh yeah, it detected. I just checked the detection. Did you see how everything stopped when it touched the red? Let's add a closing sprite. Let's name it Game Over. Okay, let's go to the text for edit and then let's keep it to like red. Yeah, red is a good. And for handwriting, we could do pixel. Hmm, pixel. Not pixel. Let's do curly because it's related to the space. Hmm, let me think. Okay, let's do curly. Curly fixes. Like it's also like kinda suitable for the space theme. Basically, it's like neon tunnel. Neon tunnel is space. You see, it's in the space category. Okay, game over, and let's add a emoji. Okay, we could do the skull emoji. Hmm, like two skull emojis. Let's do the second one. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, the second one. Yeah, we could also add some space between the emoji and the text. Let's make it bigger. Mm, even more bigger. It still works. Yep. Yeah. Now I think it's just too big. Let's reduce it. Hmm. Yeah. That's perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. When we click X and Y, 0, 0. Because the text should be in the center, not somewhere on like up or down or right or left. It should be in the center. Can't forget to save now. We don't want the game over text to be shown, so let's hide it. Okay, let's do a new message. So the message is game over. When I receive game over, show. After show, we can't forget to clean our blocks. And in the out detector sprite, before the stop all block, we need to add a broadcast game over block. Save now, we can't forget that, and let's test it out. Works just fine. And let's make a variable for score. And for this video, we could also add a personal record. Let's place the variable down left, while left. We also need to leave some space for personal record. And for the controls for the score variable, let's go to the backdrop. Remember, we could also add code for the backdrop. When greens are clicked, forever, and wait 1 second inside the forever, and change score by 1 below the wait 1 second. And also let's go to 0 above the forever. Let's test it out. Some of you might think, why can't we use the timer? Let me show you. So when you start the timer, let me show you zoomed in. When you start the timer and like when you lose, the score will stop, but the timer won't, as you can see here. That's why we can't use timer for score. We can go ahead and add the personal record. Let's create it in the backdrop. Well, it doesn't matter anyways. Okay, personal record. Let's place the variable as down right. And for the code, we need a if block and a lesser than block. Or we can also use greater than. It's not a big deal. So when the score is more than the personal record, set personal record to score. Personal record 15, well, it is still in 18. Oh yeah, I made a mistake in this block. I kept the change block instead of the set block. Let's change it right away. Can't forget to save now. Let's test it out. Before that, let's set the personal record to 0. Let's test it out now. Working just fine. Let's make the bouncing even more random. Let's test it out. Haha, I lost. If you want, you can just share the project to the Scratch community. That's the video for today, guys. I'm gonna upload a Scratch video every week, so stay tuned. Bye, guys.